It's okay to be alone. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons from me for me to you. And today's lesson is that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself. And this is something that I've recently been grappling with, for reasons that I've mentioned in past videos. But throughout all my life, I always felt like I was kind of alone. Growing up, my parents split when I was pretty young. Lived with my grandparents for a little bit. Then I lived with my dad, and then I moved here to America. Lived with my mom. So I was always kind of in between. I moved around a lot as a kid, and with that moving, it was never the same parental figure that was in my life. So I kind of felt like nobody truly knew me. I mean, honestly, except for my father, because my father has been in my life for a long time. I have a very good relationship with my father, but for the most part, compared to like other families where it's a big family, there's a consistent parent in the life. I felt like I didn't have that, so I always felt alone. I was always spending my time alone, thinking to myself, talking to myself. In fact, that's how I started doing videos and skits. Was I'd talk to myself. I'd speak lines back and forth to myself. I was in the shower, I'd speak lines back and forth to myself, making myself laugh. It's crazy, I know, but even to this day I still do it. And the reason why I say it's okay to be alone is because you, more than anybody else, spend the most time with yourself. You need to enjoy spending time with yourself. You need to enjoy your own company, because if you can't enjoy your own company, why would you expect somebody else to, and you really learn so much about yourself, your interests, the things that you like, the things that you tolerate, and the things that you want to be around. And it kind of led me to this. There's this video that I saw the other day, today actually. It was a TikTok again. I'm on TikTok a lot because I post TikToks, guys. I'm not really I'm getting off topic. But it was like something about self love and self improvement. So I'm a big proponent for self improvement. I always think that we as humans, when we make steps to improve who we are as a person, that is true enlightenment, to say, to put it in a good term. But they said that self improvement stems for most people from self hatred. And that resonated with me because there was parts of myself that I hated. And I wouldn't say I hate it, but I dislike. I dislike. And it said that if your self improvement stems from self hatred, you will never be happy with who you are. Um, for there's nothing inherently wrong with self improvement, but if it stems from self love, then you'll appreciate the improvement that you're making. And if you're just improving yourself just to get rid of the parts that you hate, you will never reach your highest self, because you'll never be satisfied with what you accomplished. And that really, really resonated with me, because I'm just like, damn, every time I get somewhere, I always feel like, okay, there's more to do. There's another step to take. There's more. And I don't really sit and accept and reminisce and be happy with where I am. And thinking back, when I finally got into my program, my physical therapy program, it's something that I've been working towards for the past 4 years now. I finally got that, email. I'm like, wow, like I did it. And it felt like, okay, cool, you did it, like, congrats. And I couldn't really, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and I even had a friend, he bought a house, and he says that he bought the house and it's something that he'd been working towards for so long, and then he was alone in it, and he started crying because it didn't give him the feeling that he wanted. And those are physical things and achievements, but there are ways that we are improving our inherent lives and ourselves. And the thing is, even if it's a part of yourself you don't like, you should love it. It may be, you may hate it so much, but if you can accept who you are and make those changes, once you've arrived to where you need to arrive to, looking back, you won't hate yourself. You'll be satisfied. You'll be like, wow, I really did that for myself, and I'm so happy that I did that for myself. And I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful to think about. And getting back more so to like a literal term of enjoying being alone, or learning that it's okay to be alone, is I really want to, for myself personally, I want to do a solo trip. I also saw another video on that today, where it's like a lot of men, we don't really go on trips by ourselves. It's either with our girl, or with our friends, or with our family. And I'm so guilty of that. I don't think I've ever truly been on a solo trip in my entire life. Like last year I went to New Orleans, and it was with my girlfriend at the time. And did I have a great time? Sure. But I had responsibilities in terms of as a man, you're with a woman, you lead the woman. You make sure your woman's okay. You got to keep your head on a swivel all the time, making sure nobody's trying to harm anybody, blah blah blah, blase blase, like how women expect a man to be. And I'm thinking to myself this morning, I'm like, wow, I've really never been on a solo trip. I've never been on a trip where I can just go and sit and just do whatever I want. There's a plan, there's an itinerary, there's something to keep up with, there's, activities that need to get done. There's, worrying like, do I have the money on me right now, or do I need to go to the ATM right now? Because, there was times during that trip where, I don't carry cash on me, usually. And we'd go to places where there's like one place they only took cash, and like I'd have to like worry about finding somewhere I can go get cash and stuff like that, because my girlfriend's kind of getting a little bit annoyed that I don't have any cash on me. And I'm thinking to myself, if I went alone, it was just something that I could do. I could just go get it. I don't have to. I could think to myself, okay, well, no cash on me right now. I can just worry about that a little bit later. I can just go do something else. But I feel like that's something that we all need to do as individuals, not just as a man. As a woman, go on a solo trip. Be safe though. Be careful. A lot of dudes, maybe. I think we all should. A lot of dudes out here are creeps. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. But doing those trips really gives you time to just sit and think to yourself and talk to yourself, in your mind. And I mean, sure, you could do it at home, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to do that away from your responsibilities. I think that's a great thing to be able to do, far away from everything that's on your mind that you're worrying about. And even when you're home alone, it's okay to be alone at your own house. Be okay with being in your own presence. Be okay with accepting what's going on and where you are. And also a big thing, learn the difference between when you're alone, when you feel alone, and when you feel lonely. That's another thing I've been struggling with. I know the feeling of when I'm alone. Like right now, I'm alone, pretty happy with that. But later during the nights, I may want to hit up a girl every now and then. That time, you're lonely. You're lonely, dude. Don't let the loneliness control your life. You make bad decisions when the loneliness controls your life. You lose a lot of self-respect when the loneliness controls your life. Being lonely just means that, one, go to bed, or two, go exert that energy on something, go work on something. Go, for me, like, dude, go get up and go edit a video or something like that, something of that nature. Like, there's something you could be doing if you feel lonely. That just means that, sorry, being lonely just means that you're not occupying your time with something. So and these are just, yeah, that's today's lesson. It's okay to be alone, and we need to accept that as people. We don't need to always have something going on every single day, you know but yeah, that's today's lesson. And I love you. God loves you. Always try to cultivate a relationship with God. And if nobody out there loves you, I love you. And love yourself most of all. But that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.